Hey guys, Dylan from Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1, Episode 6, titled Duel with the Devil. Peter's night off is derailed when he must suit up to stop a mysterious intruder. Now, coming to you a little late with this one. By that I mean a day late, because there was some bullshit going around at work where the person who was meant to take over from me, because at my job there's only usually one person on at a time, especially on weekends, just didn't show up. So I was at work for an extra almost 2 hours. Then I come home and I'm helping my parents finish off finalizing everything for their week-long trip that they've just gone on. So by the time all that was done, I was not in the mood to record. So you're getting this one a day late. Anyway, I'm assuming, based off of the title of this episode, that the devil is going to be a certain someone that was confirmed for this series a while ago and is in the banner of the show now. So I don't know why I'm being coy with it. I'm assuming it's Daredevil. But other than that, don't know why he'd be an intruder. Don't know why he's in his Shadowlands outfit. I think that was the full black one. Yeah, because that was when Daredevil was dark, so... or went dark, so... don't know why he'd be wearing that in this. Unless we've got like an evil Daredevil in this show. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out in 3, 2, 1, go. Why did you not? There we go. I don't know why that was staying up down the bottom. See, I never understand why they change things like that in the recap, because that makes it seem like he told Nico he invited Harry, and then he introduced himself, whereas it was the opposite. Harry showed up, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I invited him." I do like this opening song though. See, that really makes it seem like Scorpion's gonna be the big bad of this season. The way in which they have him featured in this, in the opening. And apparently, I heard a report that they're going slow with some of the stories of some on some of the characters. Peter, you're an idiot. Great going, Peter. Now, let me try and finish that thought and not get distracted again. they're taking it slow with some of the characters, like Doc Ock. So those are like season 2, season 3 things. Once again, their stories are mirroring each other. They've both hit a low point. Okay, he's Jaden Smith. Peter I honestly, I've said something very similar before. I thought Pearl was with Nico. Emma, stop taking selfies in class. Wow. Here's the thing. That's gonna be a scorpion. Dre doesn't know what he's just gone through. He does know that he Dre probably would have been taken out in that altercation. Where are you going, Norman? Is this going to be the episode that Nico finds out about Peter? What is her deal? Gross. Are Norman and May going on a date? it's a have that trauma in common. Really, Zaniac? So, action slasher. Why? Why did that look a little scuffed? That's gonna be an issue. Interesting. Eleanor's here, is she? Kingsworth, I'm not entirely familiar. Secretary Ross, say. Is Norman helping Cap behind the scenes? Because of the picture in his hallway. I am not good at finishing my sentences today. Dang it, Norman. gave the wrong identity, eh? I was wondering why the security guard was there. What the fuck are they playing? How many games do you have? Here's the issue with having the overhead is it's basically the same as being in the Sokovia Accords. You're bad. Here's the thing, Harry knows what's going on. And Nico thinks it's just Peter ditching her again. Really, dude? Parking on the crosswalk? Look. Duck down the alley. Oh, good. Let's go, Bulldozer. Hmm. Harry is very awkward. I guess that happens when you don't have any friends your age. Well, bonding over occult stuff is a great way to make new friends. I do like how they added the touch of the Daredevil theme, and this Matt has jokes. This Peter definitely uses his webs in combat a lot more than the other ones we've seen. Is Matt going to be a mentor of Peter? Just explain to him why you were breaking into Oscorp. Okay, Bullseye. Harry. Harry, you're an idiot. Oh, cool, because I've been wanting to tell someone about situation. Really, you're going to explain everything. So you are thinking that Daredevil's aligned with Doc Ock, eh? Who are the others in that photo? You recognize some of those designs, eh? Well, I wouldn't say giving it away. And he didn't use any weapon. What was Matt actually there for? What is Norman actually hiding? And why was Jaina there as well? I'm assuming she's somehow related to Matt. Oh shit, you actually are Spider-Man. That was a great vocal choice for Harry there. Now she knows. And there we have Otto and Scorpion. Interesting, it's not a full exoskeleton. It's definitely a lot more tech-based than I'm familiar with. But it's not the full exoskeleton. I've realized what it is that this show is reminding me of. Hang on. I'm not going to bother pausing because it actually, I don't know what number it is. I will be back in a second. Where's my... Okay, first off, I was correct. It is Daredevil Shadowland. But if we look at this suit right here, that is basically the suit that he has in this show. And this was when Matt was a part of the Hand. So I don't know why he's got this suit for this show. Maybe this version of Matt is somewhat dark and is working with Otto. But also, we saw in the trailer for Born Again that Matt had the Shadowlands helmet, so there's also the possibility that he just used that outfit. But this show is very much reminding me of this story, Secret War. Not to be confused with Secret Wars, the event from the 90s, I think it is, or Secret Wars, the story that the upcoming Avengers movie is based off of. This is Secret War. So the premise for this story is that Nick Fury sent a team of heroes. I'll see if I can get the full lineup of characters. So I'll just try and quickly get to it. Nick Fury sent a team of heroes, to destabilize a foreign nation. Specifically, no, I'm not sure which nation it is. I thought that was saying what it was, but yeah, he sent them in to destabilize a foreign nation. they went in, killed the leading, like the ruler, I think princess of the nation, and they think she died. And so when they got back, Nick actually erased their memories of the event. Then, a few months down the line, it was revealed that the princess didn't actually die. She was instead working behind the scenes, funding new weaponry given to a bunch of tech-based heroes, a lot of them Spider-Man ones, and yeah, that's basically the same thing that's happening here, except Peter didn't destabilize the foreign nation in that. But the team, we've got Captain America, Peter Parker, Wolverine, Luke Cage, Natasha Romanoff, and I think that is Daredevil? Yeah, and Daredevil. All of them were sent in. There was also Quake, and they were sent in to stabilize the nation, brought down the capital, which is actually Latveria. It was the elected prime minister of Latveria. They think she's dead. It turns out, no, she was faked to death, created a whole bunch of tech for, like, this splash panel. You've got Scorpion right here. You've got a Hobgoblin. You've got a Doc Ock. You've got a whole bunch of ones. You had Diamondback at the start. You've got all these characters. There's a splash screen where there's like a list of all the ones that have been affected. I'll just jump back to that. Killer Shrike, Grim Reaper, Goldbug, Jester, Grizzly, Scorpion, Doc Ock. They think that it's the Tinkerer that's behind it. I thought it was the Tinkerer behind this, but no, it turned out to be a different figure who was working behind the scene, and I'm just noticing a lot of similarities. This was actually my first introduction to Quake as a character, specifically under the name Daisy Johnson. Because I think, and then, well, we also get the notice about who her father is, so when he came into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I knew immediately, hey, that's Quake's dad. But I was looking through this. There's like interviews that separate the events that are like current and flashback. They're like redacted interviews with S.H.I.E.L.D. agents about this mission. Agent James Wu. Agent Jasper Sitwell. There's one with who is this? Hobgoblin, I think it is. Yeah, Hobgoblin. Asking him where he got the tech from in that. There's ones with Daisy Johnson. I think there's like S.H.I.E.L.D. personnel files for all the heroes that went on it. And it's just, it's interesting that they've decided to pick this story to draw similarities with. Now, I don't think that the twist of this story is going to be the final twist of this. Because one, like they said in the production, that they're working it slow when it comes to Doc Ock. Like, he's going to be a villain later down the line. I don't think it's going to be revealed that all of the new armor and everything that he's created is actually a massive bomb set to draw all the heroes from that night in, because these villains are attacking them specifically, and then explode, taking all of the heroes and all the villains that could identify who was behind it out in one fell swoop. Now, the heroes do their best at the end to save all of their villains. Like, don't know what happened with my recording there, but I did check in and see that the last thing I was talking about was them trying to save all of their villains. Oh yeah, it turns out that the elected Prime Minister of Latveria also had a whole bunch of villains in her citadel. Like, there's a vulture, there's Otto as Doc Ock, there's Scorpion. Like, all of them were in Latveria protecting her, which is why she was the one who was able to get in with all of the current versions, because it's like a different version of Doc Ock in this. But yeah, eventually in the final fight, all the heroes show up. Like, you've got the people from the mission, you've got the Fantastic Four, you've got the X-Men that show up, and Nick Fury reveals everything that happened. How he messed with their brains, took their memories and everything. And, well, Logan, he's rightfully pissed at this, because this is just another person who's messed with his memory, gone in and fucked with his brain. So he stabs and kills Nick Fury. Or at least they think he does, but it turns out to be an LMD. I don't think any of that is going to be in this. Like, I don't think any of it's bombs. I don't think that, like, other heroes are going to show up. I don't think that we're going to get someone being killed by one of their heroes in this. But I'm just very surprised that of every story, this one? Like, it's just an interesting choice. I am sad getting back to the actual episode now. I am sad to see the deterioration of Nico and Peter's friendship. In the same way, I'm sad to see everything that's going on with Lonnie. Like, they are on two very parallel paths. Like, but Peter's losing his friends and all that because of his Spider-Man duties. Lonnie's losing his academic and sports standing because of his 1/10 duties. And yeah, I've never understood the whole, oh, why didn't you tell me about your secret identity, that you see in a lot of superhero movies. Like, maybe it's because I grew up with superheroes as a source of entertainment that I understand the whole secret identity thing. But I've never understood the whole... Yet, they've actually subverted it a bit in this, because had Peter come out and told Nico that he was Spider-Man some way down the line, or had she found out in a way similar to Harry or Ned found out, I don't think she would be upset. But Peter's been pulling away recently because of all these new friends he's gotten. Meanwhile, Nico's still pretty much in the same spot. Though, Lonnie did seem like he wanted to be friends with Nico as well, not just Peter. But, yeah. She sees him pulling away. he's started hanging out with these people that Nico doesn't necessarily like because of the way they choose to live their life. Like, you got Norman Osborn and Oscorp, the massive conglomerate, which, as she said, no one that gets that rich did it through honest means. And you've got this rich boy son who just gallivants around the world, not worrying about anything, that Peter is now suddenly buddies with. He's known him for like a week max, and suddenly he knows this big secret about Peter's life that Nico didn't. Like, I can understand that. I'm glad it's not just this classic, why didn't you tell me this? I can't believe you'd keep this secret from me thing. Also, speaking of Harry gallivanting around the world, the picture she showed in episode 5 of Harry's Instagram, or the Instagram equivalent, that was Luna Snow. A character I didn't know existed until Marvel Rivals came out. Now, do I think that is in any way related the fact that she shows up in the game and she shows up in this? Not really. It's possible, but Marvel games aren't really under the same umbrella as Marvel, if you get what I mean. So it's just a weird coincidence that they'd have this somewhat obscure character show up in the game, and then in this show that's been in production for a few years, she shows up in there too. But yeah, I do hope that Nico and Peter can patch things up. Like, if he explains, I didn't tell Harry. I didn't even know Harry before it happened. It's just he saw me take my mask off. And it's not a situation of, hey, this person I just met, I told him this massive secret that I didn't even tell you, my best friend. But yeah, we can only hope. But anyway, I should probably end this. I got 2 more episodes to watch before the next one comes out. Well, I don't need to watch it before the next one comes out. I want to watch them before the next lot comes out, so I can actually watch them when they come out, but who knows? Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.